Nowadays, all the nations are trying to reach the most advanced technologies regarding military forces to win the upcoming wars. So, let's check some of the top unbelievable military weapons and technologies. Before we start, please support us with your likes and comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Number 15. Black Knight. The Black Knight is capable of being used off-road, meaning that it can go through any type of terrain, such as rocks or water. The vehicle is used in military tests that allows soldiers to figure out the major roles of the tank, in order to use it in a more advanced military force. Because of its autonomous and semi-autonomous components, being able to control itself and be controlled by someone else, this helps operators plan an efficient plan of attack as well as avoiding obstacles, while finding its way from point A to point B. It weighs approximately 12 tons and is deployable from a C-130. Thus, the Black Knight can be airlifted by military transport aircraft. A 30mm cannon and 7.62mm coaxial machine gun, combined with the ability to be deployed from a military transport aircraft, make this a combat vehicle to be reckoned with. Number 14. Active Denial System, ADS. The Active Denial System, ADS, is a non-lethal directed energy weapon developed by the U.S. military, designed for area denial, perimeter security and crowd control. Informally, the weapon is also called the heat ray, since it works by heating the surface of targets, such as the skin of targeted human beings. Combinations of acoustic and optical system platforms, with ADS, can be used to effectively communicate to, warn of escalation of force, introduce optical and auditory deterrence, and step function the escalation of transmitted force from relatively benign to ultimately force dispersal of a crowd, or to deny them from an area or access to an area. Number 13. Boeing Laser Avenger. Boeing Laser Avenger is an infrared laser system, with power levels somewhere in the tens of kilowatts range, mounted on a combat vehicle. Unlike conventional anti-aircraft weaponry, the Boeing Laser Avenger system doesn't create a muzzle flare or smoke trail when it fires. This means it can be fired from concealed positions, keeping friendly troops safe and out of harm's way. Number 12. High Energy Laser Mobile Demonstrator, HEL-MD. Boeing has been awarded a U.S. Army contract to continue developing a mobile, solid-state laser weapon system that will counter targets such as rockets, artillery shells, mortars and unmanned aerial vehicles. Boeing is demonstrating that directed energy technologies can augment existing kinetic strike weapons and offer a significant reduction in cost per engagement. With only the cost of diesel fuel, the laser system can fire repeatedly without expending valuable munitions or additional manpower. Number 11. Obram PL-01 Stealth Tank. The PL-01 will be fitted with a fire extinguishing system in the turret and hull, internal radio communication system, active anti-projectile protection system, battlefield management system, cooling exhaust system, thermal masking system, and air conditioning filters. The crew are provided with special seats to minimize the physical effects of nearby explosions. In addition, the vehicle may be equipped with a satellite navigation system and friend-foe identification system. The cannon will be able to shoot both conventional projectiles and guided anti-tank missiles. It has an automatic loader for its main cannon, which ensures a fire rate of 6 shots per minute. The vehicle carries 45 rounds, 16 of which are stored within the turret and ready to fire, with the remainder stored within the chassis compartment. Equipped with a 940 horsepower engine, it's capable of a top speed of just under 45 miles per hour with a range of 310 miles. Number 10. Quantum Stealth Camouflage. Quantum stealth is a material that renders the target completely invisible by bending light waves around the target. The material removes not only your visual, infrared, night vision, and thermal signatures, but also the target's shadow. Military testing has demonstrated that the quantum stealth material is effective against both infrared and thermal scopes, and works as one of the most efficient camouflage systems currently in military use. This technology has not been revealed for security reasons. Number 9. Long Range Acoustic Device, LRAD. A Long Range Acoustic Device, LRAD, is an acoustic hailing device, AHD, sound cannon and sonic weapon. The LRAD is a device that can put out a highly directional beam of incredibly loud sound, up to 160 decibel. What makes the power of the LRAD significant in its capacity to cause long-term physiological damage to the body? As a rough reference, standing directly behind a jet engine, as it takes off, is between 130 to 140 decibels, and a nearby gunshot rate is approximately 150 dB. Anything over 140 decibels will cause pain for most people, but even sounds over 120 decibels can cause permanent hearing damage from even short periods of exposure. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're missing out. Turn on the notification bell for more awesome videos. Number 8. Zumwalt class destroyers. The U.S. Navy's newest warship, USS Zumwalt, DDG-1000, is the largest and most technologically advanced surface combatant in the world. Zumwalt is the lead ship of a class of next-generation multi-mission destroyers, designed to strengthen naval power from the sea. These ships will feature a state-of-the-art electric propulsion system, wave-piercing tumble-home hull, stealth design and the latest war-fighting technology and weaponry available. The Zumwalt class destroyer will be capable of performing a range of deterrence, power projection, sea control, and command and control missions while allowing the Navy to evolve with new systems and missions. It does all of this while maintaining its stealth, making this visually imposing ship difficult to find whether close to the shore or far out to sea. These warships possess stealth, size, power, survivability systems, and computing capacity that provide the Navy with the ability to meet maritime missions at sea now, as well as incorporate new technologies to meet emerging security environments. Number 7. Northrop Grumman MQ-8C Fire Scout. The Northrop Grumman MQ-8C Fire Scout, known as the Fire-X during development, is an unmanned helicopter developed by Northrop Grumman for use by the United States Navy. The MQ-8C also has autonomous takeoff and landing capability. It is designed to provide reconnaissance, situational awareness, aerial fire support and precision targeting support for ground, air and sea forces. The UAV is based on the commercial Bell 407 airframe, with its seats and the avionics supporting manned operations stripped out, and replaced with a remote control system and extra fuel tanks. The aircraft has a flight endurance of 12 hours, a maximum payload of 318 kilograms, 700 pounds, and a range of 150 nanometers, 278 kilometers. It also has the ability to autonomously take off and land on any aviation-capable ship and from prepared and unprepared landing zones. This enhancement significantly increases range and endurance, more than double, and payload capacity, more than triple. Number 6. Electromagnetic Railgun. The Electromagnetic Laboratory Railgun is a 32 megajoule electromagnetic laboratory railgun, being evaluated by the U.S. This fascinating technology, which uses high-power electromagnetic energy instead of explosive chemical propellants to launch projectiles farther and faster than any previous system. This particular railgun delivers fire from up to 220 miles in range, around 10 times the distance capable of standard ship-mounted guns, with rounds landing more swiftly and with little or no warning compared to a volley of Tomahawk cruise missiles. Number 5. Aurora Excalibur. Aurora Excalibur. The Aurora Excalibur is an unmanned aircraft that operates with a vertical takeoff and landing. It can reach speeds of 460 miles per hour and carry missiles on board to shoot. The aircraft can do all of this with a remote control. It was a flawless first flight with a crisp takeoff and perfect landing. In flight, the hover stability and heading control performance were excellent. Excalibur's unique configuration enables both VTOL and high-speed flight modes at speeds up to 400 knots, thereby providing the warfighter with a survivable capability for quick response weapons delivery or logistics resupply from remote, austere forward operating bases or from air cable ships operating in the littorals. Number 4. HELADS. The Pentagon's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, is developing the future of laser weapons, known as High-Energy Liquid Laser Area Defense System. The goal of this laser system is to be compact enough to fit on board a tactical aircraft, without affecting mission performance. The lasers would be powerful enough to shoot down rockets, missiles, and artillery shells that would use a powerful, 150 kilowatts, laser to shoot down rockets, missiles, artillery and mortar shells. The initial system will be demonstrated from a static ground-based installation, but in order to eventually be integrated on an aircraft, the final design would require a maximum weight of 750 kilograms, 1,650 pounds, and a maximum envelope of 2 cubic meters, 70.6 feet. Number 3. Bio-designed synthetic organisms. DARPA is putting $6 million into a project to create microorganisms that can ultimately be programmed to live indefinitely. These microorganisms would contain molecules that help resistance to death, and could also be killed by users with the flick of a switch. Synthetic biology represents the meeting point between engineering and molecular biology. The efforts of bioengineers result in the creation of synthetic life forms with surprising specificities. This is how compounds of cells of microorganisms capable of absorbing pollution, cleaning water or exploiting solar energy are born. In this way, Biodesign is working to develop a house of the future that is not only sustainable, but also able to fully integrate with the surrounding ecosystem. Number 2. Hybrid insect MIMS. The HiMIMS is part insect, part machine. First, a micromechanical system is placed inside the insect during early stages of metamorphosis. The bugs operate similarly to a remote control car. The goal is to be able to control the bug's movement and location through the implanted microsystem. HiMIMS will be used for gathering information using its sensors, such as a microphone or a gas detector. Hybrid Insect Micro-Electromechanical Systems, HiMIMS, is a project whose goal is the creation of tightly coupled machine-insect interfaces, by placing micromechanical systems inside the insects during the early stages of metamorphosis. The project was created with the ultimate goal of delivering an insect within 5 meters of a target located 100 meters away from its starting point. Number 1. Dread Silent Weapon System. The Dread is an electrically powered centrifuge weapon, a.k.a. centrifugal weapon, or centrifuge gun, a.k.a. centrifugal gun. So, instead of using self-contained cartridges containing powdered propellant, gunpowder, the Dread's ammunition will be .308 and .50 caliber round metal balls, steel, tungsten, tungsten carbide, ceramic-coated tungsten, etc., that will be literally spun out of the weapon at speeds as high as 8,000 fps, give or take a few hundred feet per second, at rather extreme RPMs, striking their targets with overwhelming and devastating firepower. We're talking about total target saturation here. All this, of course, makes the Dread revolutionary in the literal sense, as well as the conceptual one. Here's the kicker: because it's electrically powered and doesn't use any powdered propellant for its operation, the Dread centrifuge weapon is virtually silent, no sound signature, except for the supersonic crack of the metal balls breaking the sound barrier when they're launched. This makes the direction that the rounds are coming from, and their point of origin, firing source, very difficult for enemy forces to identify. We hope this was an interesting video. Please, leave your ideas for more amazing videos in the comments and subscribe for more support.